Throughout my life, I've met countless people with fire in their eyes, people with massive dreams, bold ambitions, and the energy to move mountains. And honestly, I often felt charged just being around them. Their confidence was contagious. But here is the painful truth. Years later, when I saw those same people again, the fire was gone. What was once a flame had burned down to nothing but weak embers. And every single time I asked myself, what happened? Where did that fire go? Why do these stories keep repeating, and why are they happening more and more often? Maybe, my friend, you see yourself in this story. Or maybe your journey is just beginning. Either way, I hope this video becomes the warning that saves you from this same fate. Here is what I realized after meeting these people again years later. Yes, they all started something. They tried to build, to create, to chase after goals. But in the end, nothing truly changed. They were the same people, with the same habits, the same lifestyle, the same laziness and inefficiency. Why? Because on their journey they never built a system. They never created a structured approach. They never developed a clear plan. And most importantly, they never learned that single skill that changed everything. Discipline. Discipline is the only force powerful enough to transform a person beyond recognition. But let me make something clear. When I talk about discipline, I don't mean endless grinding, sleepless nights, or toxic hustle 24/7 culture. No, I'm not here to promote that. Modern culture already sells you that life with incredible success. And because of it, most people live trapped in FOMO, guilt that someone else is more successful, and eventually hopelessness. That's not what discipline is. True discipline is something else entirely. Let me show you what real discipline looks like. Imagine someone decides to learn a new language, let's say Japanese. Here is how it usually happens. On day one, fueled by pure motivation, this person goes all in. They study like crazy, they cram 200 words in a single day, and by the end of it, they feel proud, even unstoppable. Sounds impressive, right? But the very next day, the energy is gone, the motivation has evaporated, the desire fades, and just like that, they quit. Now, let's compare that to someone with discipline. Instead of forcing 200 words in one day, they break it into 5 days, 40 words each day. They make a schedule, they stick to it, they even set aside time for grammar. They don't overload themselves, they don't burn out. And after a few months, they know thousands of words, they understand the grammar, they can actually hold conversations. That's the power of discipline. So why does this work? Why do small steps beat big leaps every time? Here is the key difference. Motivation makes you sprint on day one. Discipline makes you walk every single day. And in the end, the one who keeps walking always reaches the finish line. Real discipline is not about exhausting yourself. It's not about grinding until you collapse. It's about working smart. Think about it. You could spend an entire day working non-stop and then do nothing for the next week. What would your result be? Zero. But if you pace yourself, applying small, steady effort every single day, you will not burn out and you will keep moving forward. That's why discipline matters so much. It's not about being a workaholic. It's about using your time and energy wisely. Small steps repeated daily create a compound effect, and that compound effect over time transforms your life. But let's dig even deeper. Why does such a simple thing, breaking tasks into smaller steps, actually help you win long term? The answer is dopamine. Think about this. Ask a smoker to chain smoke 3 or 4 cigarettes in a row. They will refuse. Ask someone to eat sweets until they feel sick. They will stop before reaching that point. Strange, right? Cigarettes and sugar bring pleasure. By logic, it shouldn't be disgusting, but it is. Why? Because of how dopamine works. Now go back to our Japanese learner. In the first case, he overdoses on dopamine on day 1. He feels proud, even euphoric, but on the second day, that dopamine hit is gone. The brain doesn't reward him the same way anymore, and so he quits. The disciplined learner, however, spreads the dopamine out. By dividing the task into small daily actions, he creates steady doses of reward. Each session feels good, each day brings a win. Over time, he literally hooks his brain onto the process. He makes learning addictive. That's the secret. Discipline is not just about willpower. It's about rewiring your brain to crave consistency. So let's say you have a clear goal. Here is the truth. Discipline is not optional. It's absolutely necessary. And where do you start? With a plan. Grab a pen, a notebook, a calendar. Why? Because these are the tools that turn vague dreams into concrete actions. Open your calendar. Be honest with yourself. Calculate how much time you really need. For example, your goal is to gain 5 kilograms of lean muscle naturally. Realistically, that will take 4 to 6 months. So what do? Break it down. First into months, then into weeks, finally into daily steps. Define every single small action, because small, consistent steps work like compound interest. They multiply over time. And remember this, always start small. If you overload yourself on day 1, you will burn out and you will quit. That's the most common mistake people make. Instead, plan smart. Start with what feels almost too easy. Then repeat it every single day. Once your plan is written down, the only thing left is to follow it. Day after day, step after step. That's how discipline builds results. But let's be honest, life doesn't care about your plans. Sometimes things happen, unexpected events, situations you couldn't predict, and suddenly your perfect schedule falls apart. This is the point where most people quit. They drop everything they started. But disciplined people, they do something different. They adapt. You've got 2 options. Option 1, build in reserve days. These are backup slots you can use to catch up when things go wrong. Option 2, redistribute tasks. Take what you missed and spread it into smaller chunks across the next few days. Both strategies protect your rhythm. They keep your chain unbroken. They preserve momentum. That's the difference. Most people stop when life hits them. Disciplined people adjust, recalculate, and keep moving forward. And that's why they win. Here is the truth, my friend. Discipline is your greatest ally. Not motivation, not inspiration, not life hacks or quick tricks. Because discipline creates habits. Habits build systems, and systems create success. If you truly want to change your life, stop waiting for motivation. Don't rely on sudden bursts of energy. Instead, start small, write down your plan, take the tiniest possible step today, repeat it tomorrow and the next day. One day, you will look back and realize how far you have come. Not because of one crazy day of effort, but because of the steady, unstoppable power of daily discipline. So remember this. Discipline doesn't mean exhaustion. It means wisdom. It means consistent progress. It means calm focus and the compound effect of small, repeated actions. That's how ordinary people achieve extraordinary results. And now, it's your turn. Thank you for watching.